Okay. Hey, Virgos. This is a reading for you. You can check any placement that you have, Virgo. Um, if you're advanced in astrology, you can check your progressed sign placements, your natal placements, whatever. We're gonna look at who you're dealing with, what the situation involves, why it's happening, and what your guides want you to know. We'll also try to look into the outcome. I'll try to remember to do that. Excuse me. May have to start filming readings live for a while because I'm having some phone issues. So, to avoid that, I can just do the readings this way. However, it takes longer to upload for whatever reason. So that's the downside of this. You just go ahead and pull out a card for each column. And then if I need additional cards, I can do that. Okay. All right. Who you're dealing with. This could be a romantic situation with the Two of Cups here. It could just be a very close bond. It could be a very keen friendship. It could be, you could be expecting to move closer or to like bond deeper with someone. This could be someone you have a lot in common with. Someone that there's a lot of chemistry between you two, like you're very compatible. You may have, again, like a lot in common. You just get along, you vibe the same, you're on the same page. It feels like a very balanced connection. But there's something better. Maybe you're expecting something better. Um, you could be dealing with the Cancer or Pisces or Scorpio. This represents the 3-month wait also with the expectation being here. You could be expecting to be courted by someone, or there could be something better that that you know is out there for you. You could be in a relationship right now and like things are good, but there could be something better out there for you. All right, Virgos, let's see. Uh-oh. Two of Cups, please. The Tower. This could be someone suddenly coming out of nowhere. Oh shit. Okay. The Eight of Wands showed itself as well as the Two of Wands reversed. I feel like this could be something suddenly, like a sudden change of plans. This could be someone new, unexpected, totally different coming in. This could be a transforming relationship. This could be you coming into some type of sudden alignment, going through some type of awakening, experiencing a sudden shift or change or transformation with death being here and the Tower being here. This is Mars energy. This is Scorpio energy. Mars rules Scorpio as well as Aries. And then we have Mercury retrograde. I think it's in Libra right now, but it's going to finish off or go direct in Scorpio. So there could be a lot of things changing or transforming in your personal life within your own alignment and therefore affecting the relationships around you. Or this could be the person that you're dealing with experiencing this. Let's see, I want to get one more for the Two of Cups. There's something better here. I feel like this could be someone that you're connected to experiencing this change, this transformation. It's all of a sudden. Show me Two of Cups, please, for Virgos. Oh, Lord. Somebody could be suddenly faced with their shadow side, things that they've been suppressing, their fears, all of these areas of restriction or addiction or oppression or control where you feel controlled could all be being revealed at once. feel like this is probably the person you're dealing with, not you. This is Capricorn energy. But again, all of this Capricorn, Scorpio, and Mars energy that we're currently experiencing could likely just be affecting this person and making them realize some really dark, like making them, yeah, see some really dark things about themselves. And they could be forced to do some shadow work. This could be you too. Like you could be forced to do some shadow work to come into more alignment with yourself, because Spirit wants you to know that you can grow to, like, there's something better for you, but you have to meet that frequency. You could be experiencing this over a period of 3 months, or you could be waiting on someone, waiting to hear from someone. There could be like a pause in your connection with someone for like 3 months or something, because they're going through this change or transformation, or they're in this dark place, they're doing this shadow work, or they've come to realize all of these things about themselves. And with there's something better here, I think that's just letting you know that you're not waiting in vain. Like there is something better to come from this situation. There's always something to learn. And even if you don't have something with this person, even if it's not a job, a person, if it's like a job or an opportunity, maybe that's not the situation for you, but there's still something to be learned in this situation that's gonna give you something. It's gonna be beneficial to you some type of way. But I definitely think this is reflection, observation, contemplation, thinking things through, having patience. This could be someone doing some really deep inner shadow work. Or you could be in this, I kind of feel like this is you. Like you could be in this place of reflection as well while this person is experiencing whatever they're experiencing and going through that. Your energies could be kind of mirroring each other a little bit. All right. What the situation involves. Transitioning, moving on. I think, I think someone is, like Spirit is making someone aware of things that need to change or transform. And it could be that this person has a lot of fears. They're afraid to let go. This kind of feels like trauma bond situations, or like how I used to say, like, it's the devil you know. So you're afraid to let go of this situation because even though it's toxic or it's horrible and there's not any growth or expansion coming from this, it's really restrictive and controlling, you're familiar with it. So you just kind of stay with it, whether this is you or the person you're dealing with that can resonate with that statement. But it's happening to kind of, I don't want to say force you or force them to let go or to move on, but it could just be getting to a boiling point, especially with the Tower card being here. Getting to a boiling point where enough is enough, and this person is just like, I have to move on. I have to find peace. I can't stay here. And I think I was just about to say too, it's like when the opportunity presents itself, it's like trying to show you a way out. So the opportunity to leave, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a job, maybe it's a friendship. Whatever it is, like the opportunity to try something new, to move on, to leave stressful situations behind. The opportunity is going to present itself. Yeah, I feel like this situation is likely draining, and it may get to the point where it has to drain you dry, to the point where you're impoverished. Like they look like they may be kind of poor. It's like this guy in the boat is just giving them a ride to the other side, and they may have just done them a favor or something. This could be like the kid, you know what I mean? Like, this is how I'm seeing this. I think the opportunity to move on and to have something better will present itself. Show me Six of Wands. Six of Swords. Seven of Cups. Yeah, I think there's a lot of options, but someone's emotions are all over the place. They don't know what to choose. They could be very confused. Very sad. Two of Wands here again showed itself earlier from a previous deck, from a different deck. But yeah, I feel like someone's judgment is kind of clouded with the Seven of Wands. I keep messing up the suits, Lord. With Seven of Cups being here, your emotions could be all over the place. This person's emotions could be all over the place. They could be presented with a lot of choices, a lot of options, but they could all look kind of daunting, or they could all look very seductive or enticing. This could be temptation, especially with the Devil card being here. Someone could be tempted to stay in this situation, especially with that full moon in Taurus energy. Like a moon in Taurus, Taurus energy is very stable. So you can get stable in a bad situation, and it could be very hard for you to leave. So this full moon in Taurus could be trying to make you see where you have stayed in situations too long that are not good for you. And there could be a lot of sadness and disappointment, even regret settling in. But it's like once you deal with these emotions, you know, all is not lost. The Two of Cups is still here. This could be completely internal, and you may have a partner who's there for you, or you may be there for your partner while they're going through this. With the Two of Wands being here, I feel like there is an opportunity to build more productive relationships. Like the people you meet along the way while you're going through these changes and transformations, while you're growing, they're going to be very essential to you and to your path. And it's just telling you to make plans. Like don't stop dreaming about what you want to do. Like you can just create new goals. You can create a new plan. So it's like, okay, this plan didn't work out. You have to figure something else out. And like, you can cry about it. You can be sad that it didn't work out. It's okay to be disappointed, but it's like, all right, once you get past that, you're just like, okay, what's next? Where am I going? Let's figure this out. Like, let's come up with a plan. It's kind of how this feels. With poverty being here, I feel like you feel this way in a sense. Like you feel like you've lost everything before you finally make some changes. You could be feeling down on your luck. You could be feeling very oppressed, or like you don't have any control in your situation. This could be someone who feels abandoned, who has experienced some type of financial loss. It indicates being unable to meet your basic needs. It can be misery as well. Deprivation or lack of material or emotional needs or matters. In partnership, it could be that you feel defenseless and unloved. So, however that applies to you, I just feel like these are some of the emotions that your person is dealing with. And to some extent, it's like they've kept themselves in this situation for too long. So I do feel like they may be beating themselves up a bit, but that's kind of a part of shadow work, like learning how to take responsibility and accountability for the role that you play to get yourself in a shitty situation, but also learning how to forgive yourself and not beat yourself up. It's like finding that happy balance between the two. And I feel like this person's going through the motions because they're doing some shadow work. This person could be in counseling or something with the Hierophant being here. They could be communicating with spirit quite a bit, or pastors, mentors, spiritual advisors, people of that nature. This could also be looked at as like a judge or something if there's a relationship matter that is either ending or beginning. Because this can be like a new relationship that's good for you could actually trigger a lot of old wounds that you need to heal and clear out before you can move into this new relationship with this person. Anyway, again, more Taurus energy. So I definitely feel like that Taurus energy is being able to take advantage of this Taurus energy is very auspicious right now. And that's something you should be trying to do, especially let go of things that you've held on for too long, especially material things, or that you've just gotten comfortable in that aren't necessarily good for you. So this is who you're dealing with, what the situation involves, why it's happening. This is like higher learning. This can represent institutions or structures or government. I think this is like spirit wanting you to know, how can I explain this? It's kind of like your higher self is like, you know how, I'm trying to think of a way to explain this without coming up with a corny ass analogy. It's like your higher self is like, don't ask anybody else. Like, I have the answers. Like, don't seek externally. Trust yourself. Trust your higher self. You see how this person is here? Her higher self is there. I think Spirit is trying to get you to see that this is something, either you or your person, this is something that has to be done internally. Like this is something you're going to have to trust yourself to deal with. It's like taking the road less traveled with occupation here. It's like doing something just because you love it. Other people may not always understand why you're doing things the way you're doing it. It could be unorthodox. The Hierophant reversed, is, although it's not reversed, it could be looked at like being rebellious. And maybe your higher self is telling you to do things that are very different from the status quo. With 5 being here represents change. Show me the Hierophant. Two of Swords and the 3 of Pentacles. I feel like you could be given some type of advice or guidance by someone and you still feel unsure. Like, and I think that's why your higher self is like, stop listening to these people. Like, you know how like you go through a situation, and I feel like we've all done this at some point, like you just want validation for what you already feel. So like you ask people and you keep asking until you hear what you've been wanting to hear. It's kind of like this. It's like you're trying to get advice from other people and your higher self is telling you to do one thing, but you keep asking other people, trying to get that validation, trying to see like, okay, let me just double check. Let me just make sure. And they're not telling you what you want to hear. And your higher self is just like, you just have to trust yourself and you just have to do it. Like this is something you have to do alone. This is kind of like the entrepreneur card. It's something you're going to have to go at on your own. It could, like you may not always have the most support, but you're doing it because you love to do it and because it's rewarding for you. And there's a lot of growth that comes from it. So there's a need to trust yourself. At the 2 of Swords being here, it's just kind of like there's a need to shut out external opinions, advice. Like you just need to be in an environment, or your person needs to be in an environment where they can just try things out, like see what works, see what doesn't work, and not be judged for it. So if you haven't heard from, like say you've been in a relationship with someone or you've been bonding with someone, you haven't heard from them, this is what they're going through. They're going through something that they have to do on their own. They're learning how to trust themselves. You could be waiting to hear back from this person. You could be feeling neglected, working on your own thing until you hear back from them. But I think ultimately whoever is the main energy of this reading, they're learning how to trust themselves. I think that's what Spirit is trying to get them to see. Also, how to get out of restrictive situations that are causing a lot of turmoil. Like there's a lot of change and transformation to come, but it could be like the opportunity could be coming really suddenly. All right, what you guys want you to know, it's time to move on. It's like a no-win type of situation. Again, I feel like this is whoever you're dealing with, they're kind of invading your reading. But with the 5 of Swords being here, we have the 6 of Swords here. So again, somebody's in a situation where they just can't win. It's like you keep getting pushed into a dead end. And Spirit is just like, you just have to leave. Like, stop playing this game. The only way to win is to leave, to not play anymore. And so like, there could be a lot of arguing, a lot of bickering, a lot of pettiness, a lot of fighting, a lot of internal stress. There could be verbal abuse as well. For some, I'm just kind of getting that as a separate channeling. Communicate clearly. This could also be an issue while there's why people or entities within the situation are not like seeing eye to eye, while there's like miscommunication or arguing or fights or things like that. There could be a lack of communication, or someone could be failing to communicate clearly. Again, another 5. There's lots of change coming. A lot of the change that could be coming could be completely sudden and unexpected, with the Tower card being here. Like you could be working on something and thinking everything's fine, and then all of a sudden something new. And you're just like, whoa, okay, I guess I'm doing this now. It's kind of how that feels. With Concern here, This could be a family member or I feel like this is your energy here. Expectation and concern. It's like you haven't heard from this person and you don't know what's going on. Or maybe you had to walk away from a situation, like there was just arguing, fighting, you just couldn't be heard. No matter how you said what you needed to say, like this person was never hearing you. And there could just be a lot of concern, like in the interim, like waiting for things to feel more balanced. Someone could just be in this place where they're, again, reflecting, thinking about how things happen, replaying situations or conversations that took place, and thinking like, oh, I shouldn't have said that, or that was hurtful. Again, with that Five of Cups card, I feel like there's some regret there. Like somebody regrets saying things or doing things. Show me Five of Swords. This could be all in the head space as well with all the swords. Knight of Pentacles. The Magician. Yeah, I feel like whatever the situation is, it's kind of stunted your ability to kind of think straight. It's thrown off the creative focus, and you're trying to slowly build new habits and create a new routine, so to speak. You're trying to take steps in the right direction, but this situation is kind of throwing off your focus, and it's fucking up your manifestation, actually. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not allowing you to think clearly. This is Mercury energy, so it's probably affecting the way you communicate, the way you non-verbally communicate, the way you communicate with spirit. It could be clouding your head so that, you know, like subconsciously it's in the back of your mind, so that when you go to put your time, energy, effort, or money into something, like that energy is kind of lingering and it's tainting your projects, what you're trying to do. So then it ends up not manifesting the way you wanted it to. So there's some shadow work that needs to be done, whether this is you or someone else that you're dealing with. I feel like it's all mixed up in here, but I feel like you'll know which parts are for you and which parts aren't. And then with concern here, let's see if there's a time frame associated with this card. But I feel like it's subconscious, so it's like you may not understand it or you may not realize it. So someone's sitting in this contemplation, like, what the hell is happening? Like, what is not working correctly? Like, I'm putting the energy in. You know, I'm working really hard on this situation, but this, whatever this Five of Swords is, it could just be someone jealous, or it's just some stank energy in the background. It's just, I don't know how else to say it. It's just, ew, go away. But yeah, it's like the inability to focus again. You could be sent into like a depression about this stuff. And it could be like where you get so pessimistic about it, where you're like, man, fuck this, I don't even want it. And that's not true. You know, you do want it. So communicate clearly is like, spirit is saying, like, speak on how you truly feel. Like, don't say you don't want it if you really do want it. That could be another thing that's halting your manifestation. I'm hoping all of this is making sense. Let's go ahead and get some crystal cards for you. Okay. All right, crystals for Virgos. Citrine. Oh, Libyan gold tektite. Amethyst, that's a good one. Definitely help you connect to your intuition. Apophyllite, that's a good one. Don't forget to check the links below. I do offer personal readings. My social media links are down below, as well as Patreon. I'm having some device issues, so that's why I'm doing these live videos, but I kind of like doing them live. It just takes forever to upload afterwards, so that part I don't like. Okay, Libyan gold tektite. This is what it looks like in raw form. It's a 28 million year old Saharan desert glass, only found in, you guessed it, the Sahara Desert. This gem is yellow but far from mellow. Who needs it? The navel gazing and brooding binge watchers, anyone looking to hit the streets with some extra swagger. Cancers, where to put it? Hold Libyan and gold Tektite. Or this card at your will center or just above the navel and get some goals or set some goals. Seriously, make a list. Then call on the fiery beyond ancient energy of the stone to help you break through the burning desire to binge watch the day away. When to use it? When your get up and go has ghosted you. Banish your blahs. Yeah, I feel like that's kind of how this person gets, whoever resonates with this. It's like you're working so hard and then something happens and then you just lose all your motivation and you're just like, fuck it, I'm just going to watch TV. I'm just going to be lazy. I'm just going, you just kind of stop working. It's like you build this momentum and then you stop. You're trying things, you're practicing, and then you shut down. You don't want to hear anything. You don't want to do anything. All right, celestite. That's what it looks like in raw form. Blue-gray celestite is a delicate sulfate mineral with airy, buoyant blue cotton candy vibes. It gets its name from the Latin word for heaven, and if you close your eyes and ask nicely, maybe it will take you there. Who needs it? Anyone brazenly ignoring the consistent inner voice that actually has some good ideas for how you might better handle this whole life thing. Where to put it? As a calming adornment wherever you meditate or pray. When to use it? When it's time to stop and really listen. With celestite as a guide, you might be surprised what you hear. Tune into your serenity. I feel like someone keeps getting the urge, or the spirit is trying to push you in a direction that you're either afraid to go in or you don't want to do it alone, and it's going to require for you to do it alone. So there's just someone being very stubborn with, again, more Taurus energy. Amethyst, which everyone should have an amethyst. It's a lilac to dark purple, semi-precious gemstone from the quartz family. It's said to connect you with the big guy in the sky who needs it. Train wrecks who go off the rails on a wet and wild route to Bacchanalia. Any Pisces, which Pisces is your opposite. So if you need help finding balance, it's a great crystal for you to have. Where to put it? The interior decorators. Little purple secret amethyst can uplift any vibe of any living space. So if you've been feeling really down, depressed, neglected, sad, or down on your luck, or you've been mourning or purging emotionally, this is a great crystal to help and assist you with that. Help you from not getting too low as well. When to use it? When it's time to give up the victim routine and start living with purpose. Hold on tight to amethyst. Get drunk on your higher self. It's a great stone for sobriety. So if you've been escaping into substances, drinking, going out partying, or just neglecting your responsibilities, this crystal can help get you back to, again, setting those goals and slowly putting effort towards achieving them, no matter how many times you get knocked off your game. And apophyllite. This is a great crystal to have. It acts like a teleportation device to places transcendent, often sourced in the enchanted India, birthplace of Tantra, Yoga, and Nagchampa. Apophyllite clears skepticism, cynicism, and logic from the spiritual path. Who needs it? Anyone looking for that ray of light from high to hit them with something good. Where to put it? Wherever you practice religion, meditate, pray, or channel. I said that backwards, but whatever. When to use it? When the spiritual life feels like a moving target, when you feel skeptical about your true purpose on earth, when you feel like your yeah but thoughts are dishonoring your innermost you, beam yourself up, way up. I feel like that's the perfect way to sum up this reading. Someone is kind of rejecting their higher self, and it's getting to a boiling point where you just kind of can't take it anymore, and nothing other than what you're supposed to be doing is going to work for you. So until you listen to that voice, if again this isn't you, it's not you, it's your other person, but it's like until you listen to that voice, nothing's working clearly for you. So it's like, get on board with your path, what you really came here to do, and yeah, just go for it. And then we have copper here. You may want to pair your crystals with copper. It's right on top. I'm not going to read that one because my phone is going to die. So I hope this was helpful for you. Please give me a like, subscribe, comment, share. Check your other zodiac placements. Again, you can watch my readings for any zodiac placement you have: Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury, Mars, North Node, Progress Sun. I don't care. If it resonates, it resonates. Check the links below. There's also a how to interpret tarot card reading video there, social media links, Facebook, Instagram, all that great stuff. And until next time, peace, love, and light. Bye.